I'm Amber.
I'm Tony.
And we are Tuned to the Moon. And if you are too, then welcome to our safe and sacred coven.
Coven.
Yes. Yeah. Our little warm and cosy witchy area. And it's feeling a bit much today.
Yeah.
Tony and I are having a stress, and I feel like we're not the only ones, because see, having a little sift through social media this morning, people are on stressy vibes. Tony has explained to me this could be a collective shift.
Yeah.
What's that?
So usually we blame the planets straight away.
Yes, but Mercury isn't even in retrograde anymore.
No. So sometimes there's just the amount of energy shifts on Earth. So this there's a whole scale thing. I can't say the word of what it is actually called, but I'll put it in the post.
Right. Is that like
it's
that,
a funny
that
word.
Mountain range we couldn't
can't
actually pronounce?
things,
Okay,
yeah. So there's this scale that people monitor that actually shows how the energy changes, and obviously that then affects everybody on the planet. But what I was talking about to you earlier was even just earthquakes, tsunamis, when big things are happening, it's all to do with this energy scale and energy shift.
A lot of negativity in the news. All of us
always
feeling a bit down. But the bright and sparkly, tinsely side of it all is that we are now full throttle into December. Do you have any crazy cheeky elves in your house?
I've got 3.
Apart from your kids?
Yeah, I've got 3.
You've got 3 elves?
3 elves arrived this morning.
1 for each child?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have an elf that arrived. The job this morning was bring the advent calendar.
Yeah, that's what I've done.
And I've got a feeling this year he might be a little bit lazy, and then when my little boy gets a bit older, he'll be more interactive.
Yeah, you've got it good right now.
Yeah. What kind of things do your elves do?
Well, today it left a little note for
lovely.
the youngest to say, we will not be moving from this spot unless you start behaving.
That's actually the difficult thing with I know your little one, Tay, is at school now, but my wee one's a toddler. So I was told by a lot of people, you do not let your kids touch the elves because it loses the magic.
Yeah.
But try telling, he's 2 in a few weeks.
No, I know.
Tell him not to touch it. He's like, it's a toy. So that's difficult. So that rule, I think, has to be out the window for this year.
Tay, the past few years, was walking around with his...
Yeah, with the elf.
Yeah.
And also, nobody warned me of 2 things about the start of the festive season with a toddler. Number 1 is that my lovely, wholesome advent calendar morning on the 1st of December would end up in a tantrum on the floor because he wasn't getting the full thing.
Yeah.
But then I kind of put myself in his shoes and thought, you're so little.
Yeah.
Like, obviously you don't understand one door. He's
And
like,
you're tempting me with 24.
You're showing me all of these chocolates. He's going, what's behind is it's a sea baby's Bing, right?
Yeah.
So there's different characters. What's behind Pando? I said, more chocolate, but you get that one on the 12th. What's behind Flop? More chocolate, but he's the 23rd. We just have to, I want it now. The grands are like, send pictures.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't, because he's in the middle of a meltdown on the floor because he wants his whole advent calendar. So that was fun.
Although I'm thinking maybe it doesn't get any better, because I had the 2 girls, the older ones, last night, 13 and 9, begging me. So they've got the P. Louise 12 days before Christmas. I actually won it in a raffle. I didn't buy it.
I was going to say that's
No, I didn't buy it.
expensive. Fair enough if you did,
I
but
won it in a raffle.
that's amazing.
So they're sharing it.
That's such a good raffle prize.
But last night was like, can we please not just do it from the 1st to the 12th instead of the 12th to the 24th? And I was like, no.
Oh, so it starts on the 12th.
It's the 12 days before Christmas. So I'm being a bad mum and not letting them get it.
Nah,
until
that's
the
a
12th.
difficult one. And
But they've got their chocolate advent calendar.
fair. But it's hard with a wee one. The second thing I hadn't realised was decorating the tree with a 2-year-old. It was so magical. It was the best night. But he can only reach a certain branch, which means I had at one point 16 baubles across 3 branches, and he was going, oh wow, mummy, lovely mummy.
Bless him.
And I was like, it's just really, really nice, but why don't you go next door and why don't you go and see if you can find me your milk? And I'm just going to
Tricking
get
the
something
poor
here.
child.
And he went through and I'm like, I need to sort these because I thought I'm hyperventilating. If I'm up doing bath in bed, all I'm going to be thinking is all those baubles are on one
tree.
branch.
Yeah.
Did not even think about the fact that you can only reach one little bit.
less.
But that's definitely bringing the positivity, the Christmas vibes.
Yeah.
The fact that we're into.
It just feels a bit heavy.
Oh, and wait and I'll see. The Supermoon. So we're recording this on the
planets,
1st.
We're blaming the planets.
Yeah, so today for us is the 1st of December, but when this episode goes out, it's Supermoon Day.
Yeah.
Happy Supermoon Day. It's the 4th.
The 4th.
So I basically, when I'm driving, I don't look at my phone, obviously.
Yeah.
I use Apple CarPlay. I don't know if anyone else uses Apple CarPlay. It does not understand my accent.
Oh, your voice,
right?
yeah.
So I have to speak like this. Message, Tony Sheriff. But I was just in a bit of a rush and I sent Tony a message and I said, did you see there's a supermoon coming on the day the pod's out? And then your message says, Superman is coming on the day of the pod. And I'm like, no. And then by that time it had sent.
Yeah.
Superman is not arriving
No,
today.
sorry, guys.
But the Supermoon is.
Yeah.
Honestly, they need to make a Scottish Apple CarPlay.
Scottish version.
Yeah. So I was having a little look at this. This is a really big one because it's the cold Supermoon. It's the last full moon of the year. Mm-hmm. This is a rare super full moon that we will not see again until 2042.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Mad, isn't it? So there's a lot of things that we're supposed to be doing for this super full moon in Gemini. Writing down your ideas and thoughts for the next year.
Okay.
Reassessing your self-care routines. Looking for new perspectives and indulging in creative pursuits. There are lots and lots of things on Instagram. I'm going to share some things on the Tune to the Moon stories, especially because today is Supermoon Day.
Yeah, get it on TikTok.
The one who always comes to mind is Kirsty Gallagher. I know we're actually going to speak about her books a little bit. But that kind of brings me nicely into asking you about your full moon rituals, because this is obviously Tune to the Moon. I think people as well are kind of, you get so caught up in what do you do on a full moon. So do you have any full moon rituals?
So I don't anymore, but when we first started out, and it's probably at that point that you were doing the original Tune to the Moon.
Yes.
You were quite into it then as well, weren't you? That every new moon, every full moon, I would be doing some sort of ritual. Crystals out, getting cleansed under the moonlight, journaling, meditation. At that point, I was probably meditating every day anyway. But now, I think it's probably important for us to talk about the fact that does there need to be a set way to do? Like even just taking time for yourself and having a bath or going to your bed earlier or listening to a podcast. Like surely that it's the intention behind it rather than here's what you need to do, because I think it becomes a bit of a chore. Like I know maybe when probably the reason I stopped doing it was because it felt that way. Like if something starts to feel heavy for me, like, oh, I need to do this, it's time to stop.
Yeah,
doing
it should be I want to do
I
this
want
and
to do
I
this.
get
I'm
to do this.
excited.
Yeah, rather than...
Which it was in the beginning, and I think a lot of people will know where we're coming from with this, because I even see a lot of posts about it now actually online, like, oh, what are you doing for the moon tonight? And it's just somebody lying in a bath or like a wee cat lying in a bath or something on one of the memes, rather than like outside with the crystals and moon water and like there's so much.
I remember back about 2022 when I really was like I used to track
to
the
the moon.
moon's cycles, which is kind of where Tuned to the Moon came from, but also
Yeah.
the name of it was just hilarious because folk would be like, you're absolutely tuned to the moon,
Yeah.
which we are.
We are.
But I used to track the moon's cycles.
Yeah.
What should I be doing at this point? Clearly child free.
Yeah.
You know, just out of a lockdown, being like,
Mm-hmm.
this is what I'm doing now. And I did love it, but it was actually around the time that I fell pregnant with
Yeah.
Oban that all fell away because there were other things that I was thinking of. And I
Exactly.
kind of felt the same as you. I thought, okay, is this actually really having a benefit to me? And also I then I started doing the late show.
That's right.
Which would mean I was, the time that I'd be doing all my filming stuff, I was in work. But I used to cleanse the crystals, the moon water. I remember once my partner just chucking it away. I was furious. That's my moon water. Oh my God, that's been fully charged in the moon. And he was literally like, what? That's like, it
No,
wasn't even
that's
rainwater.
crazy.
It just came for the tap. I had charged it in the moonlight. He thought, you need to calm down.
Aye.
But, give me Stu. He was just like, sorry, won't touch that jar again. So it was the crystals, the moon
Yeah.
water, the full moon bath, the journaling. Which is, do you know, I do think the journaling's nice because it gives you that time.
Yeah. And that's what I mean. It's just find something.
Finding
Can still
something.
journal now.
Sage,
Oh, yeah.
the
Full
incense
shebang.
burning. But like that, see, if you want to just do one thing, I think it's important to say
Yeah.
that's absolutely fine if you do not want to do, or you can't do a full full moon ritual. Because a new moon, there's nothing in the sky.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing there.
Yeah.
But a full moon is when you obviously
You
see
see
it
the
and
whole
it looks
thing.
whole. So I think a lot of people got caught up in the idea of what you should be doing.
Yeah, it's the trend as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
It was obviously. And it probably still is for a lot of people now because people are just starting to do some of this stuff.
Yeah. And that's another
Um,
thing. If you're looking for gifts
Yeah.
for people at Christmas,
Yeah.
I highly recommend this. This is literally where I started out with all of this stuff. Lunar Living, can we see this? So Kirsty Gallagher is amazing.
Yeah.
I love her page on Insta.
I was going to
It's
say
so good.
social media.
So informative. We've also got her Crystals for Self-Care book over here.
Ta-da.
Crystals at the full moon as well. That was a big one for me.
Yeah.
But this book is lovely. See, instead of us obviously sitting here and saying this is what you should or what you could do at a full moon, if you actually get this book, it explains like the magic of the moon. It tells you your moon rituals and reflections. It's basically, this book has all the information you need for the moon in every single zodiac
Yeah.
sign.
So that's
right
good.
now, the moon is going to be in Gemini. So let me have a little look. I'm assuming this will be at the end. See, she's even got like all these extra bits on supermoons and Mercury retrograde. It's such a good book.
Yeah.
And moon affirmations, reflections. It's just a really good one to have.
Yeah, she knows
Moon
her
in Pisces.
stuff, doesn't
Weird.
she?
In fact, you know what? That's why she's got a contents at the start. The moon in Gemini. Let me see. Page 87. Let's humour ourselves. Let's just see what it says. So it is. Okay, this is quite interesting. So the full moon right now in Gemini, it might have you feeling like there are two or more people living inside your head, flitting from one thought and emotion to another in a matter of minutes. I think we could all probably relate to
Yeah.
that. A bit of uncertainty, indecision, lots of noise in your head. It can be a confusing time. I think this time of year anyway.
Yeah,
can
but
be
it's
quite
what
busy
we were
and
talking
things.
about this morning, for
Yeah,
sure.
totally. So leaves you questioning everything, lots of confusion, but she then goes on to talk about what is a really good thing to do throughout this full moon. So instead of having the jack of all trades, master of none energy, she talks about, instead of starting 100 tasks and not completing any, really focus on one task, write down everything. I fully recommend this book,
Yeah.
genuinely.
Especially if it's going into detail like that.
Yeah.
No,
It's
it's
really good.
good.
So it's definitely a good Christmas present, and the crystals
Yeah,
one
the
as well with it.
crystals.
I love this
She
book.
is. She's she knows her stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably important as well with the moon, even if you're not focusing on every single moon cycle, every phase, it's the full moon. I'm pretty sure is what you're kind of letting go of, reflecting
That's right.
on the months, what you're not carrying forward. So that it can be that more heavier energy. But then the new moon is new beginnings, starting afresh, setting your intentions.
Yeah.
So even if you're just having the thoughts while you're lying in your bed or in the bath, or do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Taking that time for yourself. What are your intentions for this phase of the moon?
And it's quite nice to have it, I think, at the start of December before we get into we're well into the rush, but you know,
Yeah.
the really crazy part of the festive season, and then before the new year to actually have that full moon. So if you do anything, let us know what you do if you have a little ritual or
Yeah, it
anything,
would be
because
good
it's
to hear.
good to know. And also then you bring the supermoon aspect of it into it, and I saw this is the last in a trilogy of these supermoons, so I'm sure we'll all see it. Make sure you tag us if you manage to get any pictures.
I
'Cause-
love seeing,
so da.
like, how often do we just text each other and we're like, have you seen the moon tonight?
Do you know, I have a lovely photographer who listens to my late show, and he often sends me pictures of the moon that he's taken, and they're just
Amazing.
so nice. And I'm obviously not sure what kind of camera he's got, but he manages to capture like all the stars as well, and he'll go out camping and like
Love it.
be in a tent under the moon and the stars. And
I just love when you see it and it's really low and really
yeah,
massive in that yellowy colour. I
Yeah.
think it's beautiful.
so nice. So it's good that that's happening at the
Yeah,
start of
it's
the
a
month.
nice time.
And get it all out of the way. But it's
Yeah.
quite nice to chat about things we could get for
Yeah,
Christmas gifts, because
Yeah.
we are obviously coming up to that time of year. So the last episode or the one before that, we
Oh,
we had the Sidekicks toolkit. Let's actually address the haters on TikTok
The
who were
TikTok
like,
drama.
Tony's swinging the pendulum. I knew it would happen.
Yeah.
But again, I don't know if it comes from my...
I mean, lesson learned. Next time I will put my elbow on the table so that my actual arm doesn't move.
Do you know what though? I'm like, I think it might just be my job. I'm just kind of...
Yeah, you take it on the chin.
Oh, it is
I
what
don't.
it is. No, I know, which actually was kind of... I thought you would be more like... just taking it on the chin and saying, but Tony was like,
I
oh
am
my
the
God, they're all...
biggest prover on the planet.
But does that not just show you are very good at your job? Because it's your at the end of the day, it's your livelihood, it's your
Yeah.
career. Obviously, you're not a pendulum swinger
No.
as a job, right? But you know what I mean? Like, you're sidekick medium, and I know
Yeah.
you want to prove it.
Yeah.
And I was just like, it's fine, but I don't have that to, you know,
No.
to prove to anybody. But
No.
people
But then
were like,
these-
she's moving it.
Yeah, and they're like, just don't touch it. And I'm like, we're not claiming telekinesis here, for God's sake. We're
Tony was like, I have filmed this 10-minute video of my pendulum stuck to a door, and I was just like, put it up. Honestly, because I knew it would make you feel better.
Oh, it did
I
make me
just-
feel better. And did the haters come on and say anything on that? No.
Exactly.
Because they could then see that the pendulum moves.
Yeah.
Which I was quite surprised.
It's a really long
without
video,
being
and but I
touched.
went, just put it up, it's fine. It'll make you feel better.
It's had quite a lot of views. I think
Yeah.
we're up at 10k.
Exactly.
But yeah, there was a lot of, yeah.
But what I was going to say about that is because we went over, like, if you've not listened to that episode or watched it, we basically go over the different tools that
Help you connect with yourself.
you can use.
Yeah.
So we have like angel cards
Yeah.
and the pendulum and the crystal ball and things.
ball.
So they're always good kind of
Yeah.
Christmas presents. Angel cards, I think as well, we went over in that episode, your kind of go-to
Yeah.
decks at the moment.
Yeah.
You were also saying some really interesting books that you've found.
Yeah. I mean, I've got loads in here.
Yeah, was there one here? Is this the one you were talking to me about earlier?
Yeah.
I really
Gabber
want
Mate.
this.
So this is more,
Can you see this?
obviously, the spiritual stuff can go into so many. For me, everything is spiritual, right? But Gabor Mate's work is how trauma affects the body, how it's stored in the body.
Can I look at this?
Kind of like, of course you can, Louise Hay.
Louise Hay, How to Heal Your Life.
Yeah.
That's a great book. And she's also, sorry to jump in, but she does have a wee it's like a little Bible.
Yeah.
I've got it.
Yeah, that's the one
I actually
I've got.
think I have it in my boot. And it's like if you're feeling sore head
Yeah.
or
Gives you the
gut issues,
metaphysical.
it gives you like affirmations to
Yeah.
say to try and rid that.
Yeah.
Louise Hay, How to Heal Your Life, that's
Yeah.
another good one.
There is actually a PDF for that online as well.
Is there?
Yeah, because that's what I would always use.
What we'll do, we'll link it all in a wee gift guide. Let's do that
Yeah.
we will do that for you. So tell me about this.
So for me, this just goes a bit more into it. He's very much more on the psychology side than the spiritual side, but it all links in. So your body, if you have, like you were saying there, those aches and pains,
Yep.
like your lower back, when that tends to be sore, it's usually linked to financial worries and stress.
Oh my God, is that why we all have back problems?
Yeah.
We all have sore lower backs. We're all skint.
Yeah, especially at this time of year.
You used to always say to me as well, stop saying that you're skint out loud. It's really hard though when you're skint.
I know. But it's the truth, isn't it? So,
That's so interesting.
yeah, upper back, carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, feeling that heaviness. Do you know what a really interesting one is? I used to be that person. If someone texts me saying, like, I've got this wrong with me, I'd be like, oh, wait till I consult Louise Hay's book to find out what's going on. If you have a UTI, kidney infection, it's usually that you're pissed off with the opposite sex.
Stop.
Yeah. But that makes sense.
All these women walking around right now with
Uh-huh.
hidden UTIs, not wanting to say.
Yeah. It's
all
your
right.
partner.
Rant to us. It's your partner. Can relate.
How funny is that? So yeah, that Gabor Mate, especially, that book's a bit more in detail about stuff and the stress that your body is essentially carrying.
I might get my mum this.
That would
And that's
be
a good one to have. Also very interesting how your body responds to different elements and stresses in life with pain, because that's what I'm a big believer of. And I was going to say it might sound a bit crazy, but it's never going to. If you're here,
Yeah,
you're here
you're
because you're one of us.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of things, like at the moment, I'm going for the oxygen therapy
Yeah.
that, by the way, it's been so good, and loads of people have been messaging about it and
I
booking, which
know.
is
It's
fantastic.
amazing.
But I actually didn't go to heal this finger. I was going for some other reasons.
Yeah.
And it's just really interesting, again, reading up on that, like how I like to try and find a root cause.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people will disagree, but I don't agree with just going to the doctors and getting painkillers.
Yeah.
I think that's just going to put a huge mask, like literally put a plaster over your problem. It's going to come back. You're never going to get to the root. So I am kind of now going down without getting too into health issues, I'm just going to try and go down the plant-based
Yeah.
anti-inflammatory diet to try and heal some issues.
Yeah.
But the amount of people that are just like, just go to the doctor, and I'm like, no, because I want to try this and that because my body's talking to me.
Yeah.
And I'm living
That's
with
what that's about.
horrible symptoms
Yeah.
that I don't want to just mask. So I'm really interested in that book.
It's like, listen, and I believe there's a place for medicine 100%. I
Yeah,
think
absolutely.
we do need things at times, but there is a point where you have to look at, right, okay, what is the root problem here? Because this hasn't just developed out of nowhere. There is something going on within the body that is most likely suppressed emotion or a traumatic wound.
That's a big one,
what his
isn't
stuff
it?
is.
Do you find that when people sometimes come and see you, whether it is for healing or guidance, that the suppressed emotions are causing physical pain?
Massive. Like when I start a healing, it's scanning the body, and that's what I'm looking for or feeling for as the emotion. And I'll be like, oh, so what's going on with your knee right now?
So how can you sense that, Tony?
For me, it's just a feeling, like I'm just drawn to that area, and then I'll probably feel the emotion. So I start feeling, it's normally fear, to be honest, in the knees. And it's that feeling stuck, scared of stepping forward, feeling held back.
See, when you said that, I'm imagining you like the cartoon character. It's like, and then like weak at the knees, like, oh, pure fear. That's
I
actually
probably
what it's
am rattling in the moment.
Quaking in my boots.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Or when we're coming up to the kind of stomach stuff, that anxiety kind of feeling, it's usually always linked to belief and worth because it's right in that kind of solar plexus in your gut.
And I suppose that also links to when you connect, which we've kind of touched on before, when you connect with spirit.
Yeah.
Sometimes what happens is you will feel a physical pain, and that's when you can then ask, wait a minute, did they have a... Is it a pain you feel? I'm just saying that, but is it a tingle? Is it a sensation? Is it a pain?
It depends. It's all different stuff. Like I can get a real physical pain in my head when it's more of a, like, was there a fall? Did they bang their head? Was there a head injury? But then if it's like dementia, Alzheimer's type thing, that's more of like a fuzziness in my head. So it's like my own dictionary, I feel like, that I've got for what these things mean to me. And
just wondering if anybody is, you know, interested in doing that and finding out, did you just practice, like we went back to saying, you know, meditation and trying to connect? Did you practice that, and then when you got a feeling, did you write it down or speak it aloud? Like, how did you figure out what feeling went with what ailment?
It was only through doing more readings and healings. I wouldn't even say that I was just kind of sitting tapping into it. It was just that it became like the amount of readings I was doing, once that symbol is there, the next time it comes up, it just pops into my head again that, oh, that meant this the last time. So does that post box that I'm seeing relate to your partner being a postman, or are you waiting on important mail coming in? So whatever I felt like it was, I would ask that question, and then their confirmation then let me add that to the dictionary, because that's what it meant.
That's an interesting one, actually, because I think a lot of people, and we probably should go into this in a full episode, actually, a lot of people probably will go to a psychic medium and ask a question and just sit there and not say anything. Yeah. Let's divulge into that. Yeah. Let's do a full ep on that then. Let's do mediumship. Yeah, that's a good one. But in terms of Christmas coming up, we were talking about books. There's also a lovely little book by an author called Tony Sheriff. You can get it on Amazon.
There's two actually, guys. But we've only got one here today.
No, we've got Love and Light there.
We've got both.
There's Love and Light.
Yes. So here is Wisdom and Wonder. And then we've got Love and Light. So I created these because sometimes you just can't be bothered getting your cards out. Like it's a hassle to get them out and be shuffling them. And how easy is it to just pick up the book, open the page, and there's a message.
What page have you opened it on?
So number 86, and it's actually affirmations. So it says, please repeat. I am open and connected. I am wanted and enough. I am worthy and protected. I am safe and I am loved.
That's lovely. And so have you got affirmations in that one and guidance as well?
Yeah. So
that's really nice.
Little bits of random stuff.
That's nice, just to be able to pick up and, like you say, instead of getting your cards out and shuffling.
And then looking through the book and all that. If it's just...
God, even if you've just got a stressful job, stressful day, have it in your bag.
Yeah.
Pick it up and open it. That's a lovely little stocking filler.
A lot of people actually message to say that, like that they'll just use it randomly like that during the day or every morning they just open it.
And it's a little nudge from the universe. That's literally what you call them.
Nice little graphic on one page. And then, so this one was the second one. This is the guidance you seek can be found within. So it's all about you tapping in to your own knowing.
Yeah.
But Love and Light, the original one, is messages from source, so from the creator. So that's just, I think there's like 222, your favourite number.
Oh my God, there are 222 messages.
Yeah, so that's more, you open it and it's a message from the universe directly to you.
Wow.
So that could be like, I am walking with you on this path, or so it's coming
That's
from
really nice.
somewhere else.
Definitely would recommend.
Yeah, I think I might use that today actually for our wee collective reading at the end.
Let's do a wee spooky story first then before we do the reading, because somebody messaged on Insta G. Sophie. Hello, Sophie. She says, "Hi girls. This is kind of a spooky story. I have always been very spiritual and witchy, some people might say. And years ago when I would stay at my grand's house, I always felt like someone was in the bedroom with me. But more so, it was energy I felt at night time. In the room, there was a built-in wardrobe. Every night when I would try to sleep, I could see a tall, dark shadow figure standing at the cupboard door. It was an older male energy. See, even just the way she talks, I'm like, you're so connected.
Yeah.
It always made me feel uncomfortable. I only recently got confirmation that the room the spirit was attached to was where a gentleman had passed many years before my gran moved in." I bet there are loads of stories like that.
Loads. There will be. And it's, yeah, you don't know. It could be, or it could be a guide of hers, or like, it's just what she
how
feels.
would she find out? Would she be
It's
better?
just what she feels. So she feels it's that.
Okay.
So that's her. She's got her confirmation that,
And is that another case of if she's a little bit scared of it to just say, "Can you please?"
oh, please leave. Yeah,
She could literally say that?
Yeah.
And do they always go?
Not always, but you be more forceful and eventually they will.
So you need to get a priest in. Let's hope that doesn't happen, Sophie. It's an interesting one though, because we spoke about it last week as well. The guy who saw the woman's gran who had passed and wasn't a believer as such. It's interesting how some people can just see, like, they are just, I take it that means they're just so open.
Yeah, because from that last week I was thinking that actually once we were putting the clips out and stuff, when I was thinking about me and Ryan, my husband, and how he's always been able to see, not always, when I'm there. Yeah, he's always been able to, like, he would always wake up in the middle of the night from when we first started going out and be like, "There's a man standing there," and I'd be like, "Shut up, no there isn't." Not really into this at that point, like we were in our late teens. But he has obviously just been very switched on.
So he used to say, "There's a man there."
He's only whenever I was there. So if he was in my house or I was in his house, he would wake up every time.
You just thought he was dreaming or something?
I was just like, I would shine the torch on my phone and be like, "There's nothing there." Or get up and turn the light on and there's nothing there. But if I wasn't there, it never happened. So I don't know if me being tapped in without knowing I was tapped in. So they say, like, when you're a medium, it's like your light is shining. So spirit see that light and come to that light.
Wow, okay.
So maybe I'm
So that makes
being like
sense
the
when
way
someone's
in.
open. Right, okay.
But then my clairvoyant abilities, my third eye was completely shut down at that point. His is obviously very open. So he's then been able to see them, but doesn't believe in it.
So it's almost like you are the cinema screen and they're projecting through you and he can see it.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
Weird but amazing. Very cool.
Because it must happen a lot.
So lots of little ideas in there if you do have
Yeah,
somebody
there's loads
who is
of-
also tuned to the moon
Yeah.
and you would like to get them some nice wee stocking fillers for Christmas and things. We just thought we'd do a kind of a little, almost like a wee Christmassy gift guide episode with some of our favourite books and things that we've used that have helped us.
Yeah.
And also, I've mentioned it in about 3 podcasts, E Squared by Pam Grout.
Yeah.
And what's the one you did?
The universe,
The Universe
has
Your Back. I've
Gabby
got that.
Bernstein. Mhm.
Audible. I won't lie, this time of year I'll probably be listening to some Smutty Christmas and then after Smutty Christmas, Christmas Tree Farm, some, it's always like the Hallmark movie, like some hot accountant comes from New York and gets landed with his dead uncle's Christmas Tree Farm and whoa, there's an assistant who's super beautiful and that's my kind of stories I listen to at 1 a.m. But come the new year, I'm going to listen to The Universe Has Your Back.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I think it's quite similar to E Squared in the fact there's wee experiments and stuff. Signs.
Activities,
So,
yeah.
Oh, and your Kyle Gray one, Angels Are With You, is it that one that you...
got one there. Angels Are With You Now. That's his latest one.
Nice.
There's loads. I could
so
give a full list
we'll
of
pop
books.
them all up
Yeah.
on stories and things and save it even as a wee highlight if you want to even just for yourself to get some, because some of these books are really, really good, very interesting.
Get them on your Christmas list.
Yeah, put them on your Christmas list. It's not too late. We're still in the first week of December. And should we have a little practice then and use your... What are we using, Love and Light or Wisdom and Wonder?
I'm going to go for Wisdom and Wonder because this is more guidance than just a little
So instead of a collective card pull, we're doing
just a collective
message from Tony's very own book.
Yay. Okay, so I'm going to say it's number 65 in case that means anything to anybody, because like we spoke about with the cards, looking at the actual page and images is important. So 6 and 5.
And also, like, number 65 could be like the 6th of May as well, couldn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so the message today is just because you are not where you thought you would be doesn't mean you are not exactly where you are supposed to be. And we've got a little illustration of a turtle because... So the message with this, okay, if you then go deeper into it, we can all expect life to be a certain way or expect things to happen the way that we think they're going to, but not always behind the scenes is that the case. So if you're feeling a bit like stuck in your journey right now and things are going at a slower pace than what you hoped, it doesn't mean you're not actually exactly where you are meant to be, and that you are headed in the right direction and you're going to get to that place, but there's just other things going on in the background right now that's making it then feel a little bit slow for you guys. So the turtle will go, or the tortoise in the hare. Like, you don't always have to be going fast to win. So just go with this pace, especially this time of year, I think, that you're at right now, but do not judge your journey to where you're expecting yourself to be. Trust that you're exactly where you're meant to be.
That's lovely. And I think it also ties hand in hand with people almost like wishing their life away, you know, saying that this is where you want to be and you're so focused on getting somewhere that you don't see maybe like your kids being little and spending time with them, or a job that you're in at the moment and the lovely colleagues you've got, and then you end up at the job you wanted to be in, and you look back and say, I had so much more time then because I had a lunch break or whatever. So enjoy the little things. Live, laugh, love basically is what she's trying to say. Thank you once again. You can find us at Tune to the Moon Pod on TikTok and Insta, and we will see you next week.
Bye.